Hey guys, Tyler Enos here, and I kind of wanted to start this little video series um, talking about really just about business and how to run and operate a successful business and how to grow that business and scale and manage all aspects of a business. And and the reason I wanted to do this was because I've discovered that dentists don't get any sort of business training in school, and this was really shocking to me. I knew dentists went to school for like 10 years. Kind of figured that was something that was taught in school, and I kind of just took that for granted. And come to find out that absolutely was not the case. And so, many of these businesses are entering many of these dentists are entering the business world having no idea how to run a business. They're practitioners and technicians, and they know their craft, but they have no idea about how to run a successful business. And so it was crazy to me because I'm talking to all these dentists. I talk to dentists every single day, and these same things keep coming up. And very very rarely I would come across somebody who's a little more enlightened as far as business practices go. And it was kind of refreshing, but that's not the norm. That's not what is typical. And I'm finding myself backpedaling a little bit and trying to just explain basic principles of business with the hopes that it'll somehow empower and give these dentists the ability to make well-informed decisions, and ultimately that decision is digital marketing, which is what I offer. And so what I'm finding is that these dentists are they don't trust digital marketing agencies, or anybody really for that matter. They just and why would you have no idea what digital marketing even is, or what it does, or how it could help your business. And so of course you're not going to trust these a lot of the time it's these kids online coming on and saying a bunch of whack stuff, and oh, I can do this for you, do that for you, and you're like, this doesn't really, I'm a smart guy, and that's kind of, things aren't clicking here. I don't trust you, and rightfully so. And if you don't understand marketing and how marketing can help your business and the tools and strategies that are out there, then you would have no idea how to even go about hiring somebody to do that for you, right? So you really need to learn what digital marketing is and how it works and what tools and strategies are available to you so that you can make well-informed decisions to either do it yourself or know how to hire somebody who can do it for you, because you know what is possible. And so that's kind of be my goal for these videos, is to just kind of bring you up to speed with digital marketing for one thing, but really I just kind of want to show you guys how to run a business, because it all coexists, and there's just sort of a synergy that comes along with different things. You have to know accounting, you have to know finance, you have to know economics, you have to know HR, management, marketing. You have no writing, copywriting, professional writing, graphic design, computer science type things, Six Sigma, which is just internal operations. And a lot of these things are just overlooked. Like, people have no idea. I'm saying these things to dentists, and they're like, "What?" It's crazy. So I really kind of want to just start introducing these principles to you guys, and hopefully you can take them and use them and grow your practice. But also I'm not just doing this for no reason, right? So obviously I have a goal in mind, and my goal is to provide you value in hopes that you can either take it and run with it on your own, or find somebody else to do it. But some of you probably aren't going to want to do that. You're not going to want to do it yourself, right? You're busy, or you're not going to want to go try and find somebody else that you trust. And so my hope is that by me providing some of this value to you, you will, you know, a small percentage of you will want to work with me, right? And so I'm not trying to be sneaky or anything like that, right? It's a win-win for both of us, and that's kind of my first lesson that I wanted to teach is just general problem solving. You know, you could even look at it as conflict resolution, right? You're looking for a win-win, right? You should always be looking for a win-win. You're not making emotional based decisions in business, you're making logical decisions. And those decisions should be guided towards a win-win for all parties involved. And so, you know, there's no way that I'm going to provide services for you for free, right? Because that doesn't help me grow. And you know, that might be great for you, but I can't survive as a business like that. So it's not really great for you. You know, I can maybe do that for a month before I go bankrupt, right? So that doesn't help me, and therefore it doesn't help you. So a win-win is me helping you grow as a business, and then you paying me to do so, right? And then we both grow together. And you should be looking for those kinds of things with every business decision that you make, right? A lot of dentists are getting into like websites. Like they think that, you know, oh, I'm a business now. It's the 21st century. I need a website, right? And that's, you know, it's, yeah, sure, you should have a website. It builds brand authority, and if you don't have a website, it looks kind of sketchy, right? And there's other benefits to a website too. You have your patient login and stuff like that. But really, the website is a brochure. It's not what you think it is. It's not generating revenue. It's not a marketing tool for you the way you might think it is. You know, and so so one thing I really want to clear up is that, you know, there's this big need for web development. And so these dentists, not knowing anything about marketing or really how to run a business or how to draw patients to their practice, are going to these web developers, right? Web developers are not marketing professionals. They're just, you know, they're computer science guys. And so they don't really understand the full gravity of what you're trying to achieve. And so they have, you know, they build a website, but then, you know, what are they? They're a business, right? So they're trying to upsell you. Like, oh, well, what else can I offer now that I've built this one-off, right? This one-off website. How do I continue getting paid? Oh, well, I'll offer SEO services. You know, I'll tell them that they get higher up on Google if I do these things, you know, and you pay me to do it. And the reality is that's, you know, there's some truth to that, but if everybody's doing the same thing, then there's really no truth to it. And so you can't pay your way to the top of Google for one. You know, SEO or search engine optimization is something that you have to work at, right? You produce lots of different content on all these different web pages, and you have to distribute it, and those links have to be linking back to you, right? So if you maybe post on social media here and there, you post on these blogs, you're on guest blogs, and all these blogs and all these other businesses around you are linking, are sharing links with your domain name on it back to you, then that's how you start to build SEO. SEO is not putting a bunch of keywords in the back end, right? That's just standard optimization of a website. That should be standard practice, right? It's a passive process. It's not active, right? You do it once and you're done. Okay, so SEO is really, I don't want to say it's something of the past, but it's certainly not something you should be paying monthly for, and it's certainly not something you should really be putting all your eggs, you know, into that basket. SEO is important. It's kind of a one-off deal. You know, you have a website, you do the SEO backend stuff, and unless you're writing blog posts every day or every week and distributing those blog posts out to large networks, you know, your SEO stuff is going to be negligible. Okay. Best case scenario, you get to number one on Google, you get a little bit more traffic, but not that much more, right? If I'm in West Seattle, which I am, I type in dentist near me, dentist in West Seattle come up. It doesn't matter if you're in Ballard and you have a number one ranked website, you're not going to come up because I'm local here in West Seattle. So all the websites that have, all the dentists that have a local address are going to come up, regardless of their SEO. They have a Google business listing, they're going to come up in maps. And so it's kind of this misconception and this lie that's just been being told and thrown around in the dental industry from these web developers who are looking to upsell their products. And that's just not, that's not something that you should be focusing your energy and time on, and money, mostly. So what do you do, right? Well, what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? You want more patients, right? That's kind of, that's why you do digital marketing, for example. You want more patients. So how do you get more patients? Well, you need to find them somewhere, right? So you need to go out on the internet, right? You can go out in person, but that's not very, feasible. That's not, worth your time or your money to go out knocking on doors asking people, hey, do you need my dental services? Right? So that's why digital marketing has become so popular. You can reach massive people, you can reach targeted groups, and you can send them to your business, and it's very cheap, very effective, very fast, right? And you have lots of influence with the sort of content that you provide them. And so, kind of just a general funnel, kind of walk you through a funnel really quickly. I don't want to get too deep into this just because it's, this video is kind of getting long already. You have an ad, a Google ad. This is what I've found to be the best process for dentists. There's other ways to attract patients and patient leads, lots, thousands. Okay, but this is the best. This is what works. This is what works the best. This is what's the cheapest. This is what's the fastest, the best use of your time. Okay, this is what I recommend as a digital marketing expert. I'm not going to try and pitch you other things like, chatbots and SEO on websites. Yeah, those things exist. Email marketing, they exist, but they're not the best option within this industry. They work, for other things and for other goals, but for generating new patient leads, this is what works the best. A Google ad, you pay for a Google search ad. It says, I guess the keyword you're paying for is dentist in area, or cosmetic dentist, or implant dentist, New York City, wherever, okay? That's the keyword you're paying for. Then your ad says whatever that keyword is, exactly. So if I'm paying for the keyword cosmetic dentist West Seattle, then my ad should say cosmetic dentist West Seattle, okay? Because they're typing in Google, they want, cosmetic dentist West Seattle. My ad comes up, it says cosmetic dentist West Seattle. Oh, that's exactly what they searched for. Of course I'm gonna click on that. They're looking at the top three ads. The number one ranked website is down below. It's down below, sometimes it's even below the big map section, right? So being number one on Google doesn't mean you're at the top of the list. It's ads, then oftentimes it's the map, and then it's number one. And that one just doesn't get seen that often, right? The ads are blending into Google so much better because that's what people want. People want searches that are relevant to them, right? And so a number one ranked website may not be that relevant, but this ad is, because it's exactly the keyword that they searched for, right? So Google wants to show them things they're searching for. And in this case, it's my ad, right? Cosmetic dentist West Seattle. They click on it. It does not go to your homepage, to your website, where it says, oh, dentist, dentist in this area, we have x-rays and, hygiene, I don't know what, geez. It doesn't have all these things. It has one thing, and it's the keyword. It's a landing page, one single sales page that says, it looks kind of like your website. It has the essence, the text, the colors, the fonts, right? Kind of the structure a little bit. But this page just shows cosmetic dentist, Once you see that, you go to this page that says cosmetic dentist West Seattle, and there'll be a little button there that says book an appointment, say request an appointment. They'll have a call, a number, and then it'll have maybe some testimonials, and then some other sort of case studies or credentials, and that's it. There's nowhere else for them to click. You don't have this big footer with all these different blog posts and other ways to link out. You don't have anything on top in your menu bar where you can go search all these other services, because that's not what they're looking for. They looked for cosmetic dentist West Seattle. They saw an ad that says cosmetic dentist West Seattle. They click on it. They come to a page that says cosmetic dentist West Seattle, book an appointment, right? They're like, well, I need more information. But then you have a little bit more information below, okay, right below that, but nowhere to leave the page, right? It's just information, and then they can go back up, click, book an appointment, or you have another button down at the bottom, click, to book another appointment, and that's it. And that's how it's done. And that's the easiest way to do it. That's the best way to do it. That gets the most results. And then here's something else. So when they leave, sometimes, a lot of the times they'll leave. It's, people don't make that decision all the time. Not everybody that comes to your website is going to book an appointment. Maybe they want to search around. Maybe they want to try a couple other places. Okay, when they leave, they're not going to come back. It's just the likelihood of them coming back is very low. And so what you need to do is to have a retargeting pixel set up on your website. It's a piece of code you put in the back end of your website. It's really simple to set up. And that way, when they go to your site and then they leave, you can serve them ads everywhere else on the internet. You can show them ads on Google. You can show them ads on mobile, in apps, right, within the greater Google search network or audience network, right? They can go to all these different sites, all over the internet, and they'll see your ads, and they'll bring them back to you. And it's a lot cheaper, because that large chunk you're paying in the beginning, now becomes a much smaller chunk now that it's retargeted. Now that there's some interest, they know what you're about, and now if they're clicking on that the second time, the odds of them signing up or booking an appointment are 70% higher than they were when they first came. Okay, so that's just a little tip. That's not even a tip, that's just kind of the whole solution. That's kind of everything right there in a nutshell. For dentistry, there's other things and other ways to market, but that's really the ticket, and that's what you should be searching for when you are looking for a marketing company or a marketing agency. Stop paying for SEO. Stop paying for these services that aren't generating you more revenue. Reviews. People leave reviews regardless, right? If you have a patient and you do a good job, they'll leave a review. If you ask them to leave a review, you find a happy patient, you say, hey, we appreciate reviews. Ask them to do that. They'll leave a review. You don't need to be paying for some software that just basically allows your patients to give you reviews, because reviews don't really mean that much. Reviews don't boost your rankings in Google that much, if at all. I mean, you can go to Google and search dentists, and you'll see top one has 4 reviews, second one has 28. You go, maybe there's a couple more with 3 reviews on the front page, and then you go to page 10, there's dentists with like 80 reviews, right? It's not based on that. It's based on location, amongst some other things. And so really just, start looking at, is this marketing practice that I'm paying for generating me new patient leads daily, right? That's what you want. Everything else is just fluff you're paying for, right? It's not really earning you any revenue. And so, if you're already doing those things and you're earning revenue already, and you want to add on those things later, right, to boost it, to increase it, great, that's perfect. But it shouldn't be the first things you're doing. Okay, that's all I have for today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I love talking about business. I love talking about dentistry. I'm learning a lot about the industry, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Bye.